Go to Tom Dempsey. He is on Capitol Hill with the very latest. Did the two coincide, her resignation and then everybody left? What happened?
Well, it's interesting, Marni. You know, the room definitely cleared out right around that time of the news of the resignation coming down. But the House Homeland Security Committee meeting went on recess to hold House votes so members could be on the floor for those votes. This was not in direct response to the resignation of Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle. But, Marni, I think it's really important to know we're right down the hallway from the Homeland Security Committee hearing room. And the Secret Service absolutely came up during this hearing that didn't last very long, but you know, both sides, the chairman of the committee, a Republican, and the ranking Democrat on the committee, both saying that the Secret Service failed in its mission to protect former President Donald Trump during that rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Since we saw the news of the resignation come down, we've seen reactions from both sides. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer saying the resignation is a step in the right direction and a step towards full accountability. And both sides showing support for this decision by the Secret Service Director. Take a listen to what we've heard.
It's the right thing to do. I think she made the right decision, and I wish her the best in her future endeavors.
It's not the end. It's just the beginning. Secret Service, what happened in Pennsylvania, Butler, a lot of lapses, miscommunication with the locals. So there's a lot of work to be done. Resignation just means it's the beginning of a lot more work to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
So, yeah, we heard right from Congressman Correa right outside, not too far from where I'm standing, right outside the Homeland Security Committee meeting room. And he said right there that the work is not over. And I think that's an important part, Marni, because, you know, even right now, this hearing is still going to take place. They're on recess right now, but lawmakers will be back in place. They're hearing from the state police commissioner in Pennsylvania, as well as the national president of the Fraternal Order of Police. The whole point of this hearing happening today is to get more answers about this investigation and to get more answers about that, you know, suspicious behavior that Thomas Crooks was displaying in the lead up to this rally, using things like a rangefinder, presumably to measure the distance between the rooftop of the building and the stage. So again, yes, this resignation of the Secret Service Director certainly is big news. It's not necessarily surprising, though, as we said during that House Oversight Committee hearing yesterday. She was really grilled by lawmakers who were very frustrated about her lack of answers. And the hearing today with the Homeland Security Committee trying to get more answers about the investigation, Marni.
Yeah, she faced more of an uphill battle when you have lawmakers from both sides of the aisle coming together, all calling for you to step down. It's hard to withstand that pressure. Tom, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.